Who knows Dave Burlin? Okay. Dave is another guy that's around, I won't say been around the block a lot, that's been involved in Tech Alley in Vegas, and he's there every month and supporting what Josh does there, and we're happy to have him here because he's going to speak a little bit about Global Entrepreneurship Week and the topic and the focus of that particular event. So I'm going to get him set up while you introduce yourself. So.
I love it. Hi, everyone. My name is Dave Burlin, and I'm a Marine Corps veteran. I'm a transplant. Who else is a transplant here? Who else is from somewhere else? I love it. You got to keep those hands up. It shows action and engagement in the recap photos, right? I got to follow Josh Stacey. I got to mix in some comedy here. We're going to talk a little bit about Las Vegas. We're going to talk about Nevada. We're also going to talk about Global Entrepreneurship Week. Quick show of hands, just so I know the room. How many entrepreneurs do we have in the room? Raise them high. Proud. There we go.
Double-handed.
Awesome. How many people are excited to celebrate 1 year for Tech Alley here in Henderson? I am so grateful for Tech Alley. Now, this is a fun question because how many people already saw me speak about this at the Vegas Chamber today? I know there was like 2 people. There we go. I tried to add some new jokes for the material as soon as I saw them walk in. But no, we're going to talk about something that I'm very passionate about, and I feel like for you guys to be here this late on a Wednesday evening, you're passionate about it too. Who here cares about Las Vegas and Nevada? Henderson counts too. All of it. It's all. We're all in it for the same thing, right? My passion and my purpose, I believe, is really to connect the people of our city, so together we can show the world who we really are, right? So I passed out some of my cards. You'll see that I wear a few different hats here in the community. One of those hats, I've helped veterans and their spouses start and grow businesses all across the United States. I've been part of Global Entrepreneurship Week. This will be the 4th year. We absolutely did almost nothing in 2021. Nobody believed it was a real thing, and it started to grow. And I'm really excited to share what's happening with Global Entrepreneurship Week this year. So if we'll hit the slide. A little bit about Global Entrepreneurship Week. Global Entrepreneurship Week, you can read all this text, but please don't even try. It's 40,000 events all in 1 week, all around the world. As the state coordinator, my role and responsibility is to help provide resources, connect people to everything that they might need to host an event during that week. But more importantly, we want to showcase and spotlight all of those events that are going on so you can attend them, right? The theme this year is very important. It's Together We Build. Every year they come up with a different theme. Last year it was Entrepreneurs Thrive Here, right? Meaning it could be anywhere. Earlier this year, my celebrity photographer, Shaq, with the Governor's Office of Economic Development, he actually attended the Global Entrepreneurship Congress where we were in Indianapolis, and the theme there was The Bold Change the World. But something really grabbed me about Together We Build because I've watched new organizations pop up all over the valley, all over. I haven't made it up to northern Nevada nearly as much as I'd like, but I've seen all of these different organizations pop up ever since COVID, and it's really remarkable to see what everybody's doing. But what you're starting to hear here, especially if you come from other communities, you're starting to hear the same things. Everyone's working in siloed groups. Well, the idea of Together We Build may be the theme here for this year in Global Entrepreneurship Week, but I really think that while Global Entrepreneurship Week is the finish line for us to all show up and work together, I think we can use that same theme to come together and figure out what we want to do with this ecosystem going into 2026 and beyond. So how it works. There's a great opportunity for you to host any events. We actually just got off a phone call earlier today. The president, so if everybody understands, Global Entrepreneurship Week is 40,000 events around the world, ran by volunteers like me all over the world. It's only one of 14 programs that are part of Global Entrepreneurship Network. We were on a call earlier today with the Vice President of Global Entrepreneurship Network because they've been watching us for the last couple of years. Everyone is waiting to see what's going to happen as some of the world's biggest the world's biggest venture capitalists start to move and build 60,000 square foot estates here in Nevada. What's about to happen is people see that a lot of different ways. But because they're paying attention to us, we want to put together great programming this year and show what's going to happen, not just for us in our community, but how that affects the rest of the world. So it's over 180 countries around the world that participate, 40,000 events, 10 million people. Again, technically all in 1 week, but we are counting some of the events that happen a little bit earlier. The week before is Veteran Small Business Week. That happens all over the United States. So a lot of those events count as well. The impact is that 54% of people that started a business in the last year contribute that to attending a Global Entrepreneurship Week event somewhere in the United States. Has anybody here ever been to a Global Entrepreneurship Week event in the last 5 years? 2 people. I love it. 3 people. 4 people. 5 people. What's up, man? Didn't even see you walk in. So this is great because we want to change that. I can tell you right now, one of the events that's going to happen during Global Entrepreneurship Week this year is right here at Tech Alley.
Henderson, November 19th.
November 19th. Mark your calendars. There we go.
They're
Also in the veteran space. I love it when it's veteran entrepreneurship being represented. Next slide, please. You're good. So how does this work? Well, it works with great community partners. If I told you that we hosted 22 events in 2022, 25 events in 2023, probably 26 events last year, we've done all of that with less than $1,000. It's generally when other organizations find out what Global Entrepreneurship Week is, they open up their doors, they create space and opportunity, or it's people that were already hosting an event, right? So we found great partners across the community, and that's what myself and a lot of the other community organizers do. But we do have a select number of featured partners. Now, the reason why I show this slide is it's to say, like, for whatever reason, this is not Dave's idea. If it was, it'd be pretty cool, but this is some of the global partners that we work with, both in the United States and abroad, right? We also work with other great partners. And the reason why we try to find local community partners is really the only goal. It's not so we're not looking for those big Happy Gilmore $10,000 checks. We're looking for people that want to either open their doors and give the opportunity for people to host events. We have great partners that are community organizers that have also volunteered their time to create press releases. And whatever their superpower is in entrepreneurship, how do they use that to help amplify what we're doing for Global Entrepreneurship Week, right? So with that partner-driven impact, we want to expand that reach. We have a couple of different community organizers. I looked, none of those community organizers here are here, but that's okay. We have Ben Lafsky with Hunter Marketing, who is representing Henderson. We also have Nadia and Lauren with New Ultra Media. They're out of Las Vegas. Up north, we have in North Las Vegas, Elias Benjaloun, which if you don't know what's going on at Nevada Partners, please come talk to me after this. I feel like everybody in the world should know what's going on at Nevada Partners. And all the way up north in Reno, we have Lourdes Madrigal, who is also a veteran. She runs the Nevada Business Outreach Center in both the north and the south. These are just a few more of the incredible organizations that represent Global Entrepreneurship Week. I know we have SBA, SBDC. We have people from those organizations, and some people don't even know what Global Entrepreneurship Week is or how to be a part of it. Next slide. So how do we leverage all of these events? We can do a couple things. One, I can tell you right now, if you go to www.gew.co, it's a very big, global, clunky site that's kind of hard to navigate. You'll see cool people like Mark Cuban and stuff like that. But We have a state site, www.gewnevada.com. Don't worry, it'll pop up soon. But look at that, it popped up. I'm not as funny as Josh, but I am a magician. Probably not. It's www.gewnevada.com. What we've done is we encourage everyone to put their site up on the global site. That's where we get data, and that's why the world's kind of watching what we're doing. But we actually have Ben Lafsky with Hunter Marketing who created the state site, and he'll be migrating all of those events so you can see what's going on a little bit more locally here in Nevada. So that quick history, one community, I was the community organizer in Las Vegas back in 2022, and somehow we got people excited enough that there was 20 events that we could put under the calendar with about 18 different organizations that participated in one way or another. Shout out to Tech Alley. They've always been really quick to be involved with everything that we're doing, not just here, but also in Las Vegas. 2022, we did more. 2023, we had 3 communities, and basically we had community organizers that raised their hand in North Las Vegas and in Henderson. And then last year, we had 4 communities, because we added Reno, with 25 events and about 30 partners. So we stayed right there around that same frame. What we've done this year is a little bit different. We've consolidated it down to some really core events. So instead of there being all kinds of events all over, which there still will be, we're really focusing on the kickoff event this year. How many people have been to Tech Alley in Las Vegas? Cool. I encourage you to mark your calendars and come on that day, because we're going to have a whole GEW stage with programming specifically for Global Entrepreneurship Week. We'll have panel discussions. We'll have some great breakout sessions as well. But we want to really get together and work together to understand, what do we want to be known for? How do we take and do what we've been doing in Las Vegas, and how do we shine a bigger spotlight on it? So this year we have some great organizations that have raised their hand. Again, Jason, he does the live broadcast from Tech Alley. We have Hunter Marketing, Veteran Business Outreach Center. Some kids that I actually met. I'll give you just one fun story of an interaction that happened at Tech Alley 2022. I was at Tech Alley. It was actually, I think it was the very end of Global Entrepreneurship Week that year. And I'm sitting at the bar at Taverna Castera, and there's a young woman sitting next to me, and somebody said, "Hey, Taylor, did you know about this, this, and this?" And I looked over and I said, "Are you Taylor Goodyear?" And she said, "Yeah." And I said, "For whatever reason, your name has come up 5 times this week, and everyone has told me I should meet you." Since that time, Taylor has grown Social Exchange to an incredible event coordination business. She actually hosted an event during Global Entrepreneurship Week called Entrepreneur Her, a women's networking event. And she didn't even know, she didn't even formally put it up on the website. She just heard this was part of a week, and she's like, "Oh, I should host an event." We've become great friends. Her and her boyfriend does Das Herb. I also DJ weddings all over the city. Another hat that I wear. And they've actually have this large car club that does mega events over at Uncommons. They do these Sunday morning ones. You should come this Sunday. But they've been growing and building these incredible events. And they've been, helping me. I've been DJing those events. We've been forming all these collaborations. And I had some really great news to share tonight. Through all of their connections and the way they've built their businesses, we actually had the kickoff for Global Entrepreneurship Week scheduled to be at Tony Hsieh's Theater at Zappos headquarters. Up until Thursday, they canceled it. But the reason why I bring it up is because there's been all of these pockets of people that are trying to extend what Tony was trying to do in this community. I'm actually one of those people. I moved here in a rental car one way because I read his book 10 years ago, and I scaled a company all over the Midwest. And I was like, maybe if I lived in downtown Las Vegas, I could be his friend. And then he passed away. And a lot of the energy and the things that he was doing died with him. But there's still a handful of people in this community that want to build something very similar, maybe a little differently than he was building, probably with less of a budget. But here we are. And as we put together some really incredible events, we've got the kickoff that's going to be at Tech Alley in Las Vegas on that Tuesday. Who's been to Starbase? Has anybody been to Starbase? Who has not been to Starbase? One of the coolest venues in this whole town. We've got 2 events that are going to be happening there. One of them is going to be kind of a roundtable thing just like this. I want anybody who cares about building this ecosystem in that room. I got this weird deck of cards from the people at Global Entrepreneurship Network. It's called No Bad Ideas. And we're going to go through a facilitated workshop. And we're going to throw out some crazy ideas to figure out what can we do with this city? What can we do with the state of Nevada? That's going to roll right into a killer networking event that Taylor and Tyler have put on. Some music, incredible time. You're all invited, free of charge, no parking cost, right? Wednesday, we're going to have Tech Alley right here in Henderson, focused on some veteran entrepreneurship organizations as well. Thursday, there's events going on across town. Friday, we close it out with a big networking event at the end of the week, and everybody's invited. Free parking, no cost to you. We just want people to connect. Remember, my goal is to connect the people of this city so together we can show the world who we really are. This is going to help create a ripple effect that changes the way that the world looks at Nevada, right? The goal is to not organize every single event. How can we catalyze and how can we support all of the events that are already happening? Does anybody know how to support those events? Show up. Share the events when you see it come across. There's already, like, I've been kind of dormant on social media for the last couple of weeks. Started firing stuff up today. People are sharing it. I'm getting all these direct messages. How can I be involved? How can I help? If you know one person that can be involved and attend any of the events, please share the photos of everybody with their hands up. It looks like there's engagement in the community, right? Next slide. If you want to go to the global site, here's the QR code. If you want to host an event, it's absolutely free. You just have to set up an account. That's all the cool stories, but data is what opens up the checkbooks. So the more events that we can show, we're actually on the leaderboard, I think they said this morning. I say that we've got like 12 events, I think, across Nevada, and we're popping up on the leaderboard. Kansas City already has like 114, which is where it started. I'm not trying to compete with Kansas City. That's where this whole thing was born. Even if we only do 10 events, we're still going to win because more people know about Global Entrepreneurship Week thanks to everybody in this room. Thanks to Lorraine for allowing us to come speak. When it comes to who can benefit from being involved, they've done a really good job because they have all the data, they have all the reports from 15 years of Global Entrepreneurship Week. These are some of the categories of people that we have lots of resources for. So if anybody's interested in more information, and if you fit any of those categories, I have like a 10-page PDF that I can just send you, or I can hop on a phone and say, hey, this is why it's important that everybody does something, but these are just a few of the people that benefit from being part of Global Entrepreneurship Week. Once again, QR code. Again, QR code. No, it's okay. Again, super shout out to all the people who have been part of Global Entrepreneurship Week. These are all volunteers, right? You may know some of these people. These are the people that are really making things happen. They're using their special superpowers to promote events, host events, connect people to the right resources. I have this incredible template. You'll be able to get a copy of this deck if you want it. And anything else that you might need, I can send that to you. I can share it with Lorraine. She can share it out to everybody who's interested. But we want you to know Global Entrepreneurship Week is the thing. Why does it sound so desperate? Because I've been doing this for 4 years, and about 2 years ago, there's this little event that came the same week that's made it really frustrating for me.
Is it 2 letters you hate?
It's what is F1? Yeah. And everyone asked me, Dave, why are you hosting your little Global Entrepreneurship Week thing during the same week as F1? And I'm like, it's actually happening in 180 other countries where F1 is not happening. So we've gotten creative and we've tried to host our events far away from the Strip with free parking. So if you want to get involved, please come ask me any questions. If you have any questions now, I'm happy to take them. But that is Global Entrepreneurship Week.
Thank you, Dave. Any questions? I'm sure people must have questions today about all this amazing stuff he's doing. Any questions? Josh.
So you mentioned you're a Marine. Does the logo remind you of crayons?
It very much reminds me of crayons. Thank you for that. I left out one joke. I forgot about my joke. I have cards if you need them, if you want to connect. What you'll see is not only am I with Vets in Tech, not only am I with Global Entrepreneurship Network, I also DJ weddings all over the United States as well. And I recently took a role as a sales director at a print shop. And I will do absolutely whatever it takes because I got them to be a sponsor. So now we have cool t-shirts, right? Doesn't matter. So if you need promo material, I got you covered.
Cool. Any questions?
Questions? That was a great question.
No more questions?
No question, but I have networking events. I'm going to put them on the calendar. So you're going to get at least 3 more events.
Yay!
Sure. Hold on. Let me show you how this works in real time. What dates are your events?
The 17th, the 18th, and the 19th.
Oh, cool. Where are they, and who would be a great person to attend those events?
It's Spark Networking. It's open for all entrepreneurs and business owners. We are at WeWork downtown at Town Square on Monday and Tuesday night, starting at 5:30. There's food, so come eat, chat with other
Free food.
entrepreneurs. Yes, it's actually free food. Yes. And then on Wednesday, we do lunch at, I want to say the library, but I have to double check.
That's okay.
So for those events coming, they are weekly. So any Monday night that you have free time, you can join me at 5:30 at the WeWork at Town Square.
Love it.
Yay.
Here's what's awesome about that. Ready for this? If you get that event up before the print deadline on November 2nd, which is Saturday, we have a Franklin Printing that's going to actually do a brochure with like all of the events that are happening during that week that we're going to pass out at the big kickoff at Global Entrepreneurship Week, Tech Alley, Las Vegas. So your events, your bio, all that stuff is going to be in there, and we just want to help promote and let everybody know what's going on that week. So you get to be in the first brochure ever. So if anybody else has events they'd like to host, get them on the website before November 2nd. I'll make you famous.
Yay.
Hell yeah.
Anybody want to be famous? No? Okay. Any more questions? No? Dave, thank you for everything you do. Thank you for this wonderful presentation. We actually learn how to schedule right now, so...
Do you need me to do comedies before?
No.
She's like, no.
No.